Since 1961, thousands of Americans have served as Peace Corps volunteers around the world. As they assist communities, Peace Corps volunteers promote a better understanding of Americans to the people they serve. During their 2 years of service, volunteers identify many needs in their communities, and working with community leaders, undertake projects such as building classrooms, latrines, water wells, or providing technical trainings. Through the Peace Corps Partnership Program, communities receive financial assistance for such projects from people across the United States. Americans are motivated to give because they want to contribute to a specific cause, such as clean water or HIV/AIDS, support a volunteer they know, or simply want to help a community in need. This link creates a cross-cultural exchange and fosters the Peace Corps' mission of world peace and friendship.
Peace Corps is special because we aren't the typical Mzungu or the white traveler that comes through the community. We stay. We live with the community, we learn the local language, we eat the local food, we wash dishes the way everybody else washes dishes, we wash our clothes the way everybody else does. So we have that companionship with people. I work as an education volunteer with a Ugandan counterpart. He and I do monitoring and evaluation of classroom environment. We do mentoring for teachers, we do guidance and counseling. And then we can invite the trainers to...
During Megan Chandler's second year of Peace Corps service, tragedy struck her Ugandan village. A violent windstorm ravaged the area, uprooting trees. One tree fell on a schoolhouse, killing 2 small children. Megan knew it would take considerable funding to rebuild the schoolhouse. So with her host country counterpart, she applied for a Peace Corps Partnership grant. Through this partnership, her hometown of Hamilton, Montana became involved. Tom Schwann, a returned Peace Corps volunteer and member of the local Kiwanis Club, rallied the town for support.
Our local Kiwanis Club, like Kiwanis International, is very involved with children, both their education and health care. And so the project fit perfectly into our mandate to help kids with improving their quality and environment of education. So it was a perfect fit. Just a little farther away than what we usually do.
By selling Ugandan crafts, hosting pancake breakfasts, and receiving donations from small businesses, the town of Hamilton raised enough money to rebuild the schoolhouse.
We're really proud of our daughter for being involved with the Peace Corps. The Peace Corps Partnership Program was a bonus because instead of just sending her out there, she was able to bring that village in Africa back here. And without that, we wouldn't have had the connection, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to actually do something and see it come to fruition and watch her go through this whole program and bring us all together.
Surely you can't measure our happiness. We're extremely very happy for what dear Megan and the community of Montana have done. As they say in English, that a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Like Megan, many volunteers use the partnership program to raise support for projects in their communities. The process is straightforward and follows these steps. Volunteers assist their community in identifying a pressing need. A 25% community contribution of the total project cost is required. It doesn't have to be a financial contribution. Labor and materials count too. Volunteers and communities work together and submit a proposal for a small grant to the Peace Corps Partnership Office. Once the proposal is approved, a summary of the project is posted on the Peace Corps website. Donations are tax deductible, and 100% of the contribution goes to the selected project. After the total requested amount is raised, the funds are released to the volunteer and the community. At the end of the project, the community has a lasting reminder of this collaborative effort. Through the Peace Corps Partnership Program, all Americans can be a part of the Peace Corps experience, including students. Corcoran High School in Syracuse, New York, has supported dozens of Peace Corps projects over the past 2 decades.
I think it gives teachers a way to engage their students in a non-traditional way in learning about other places, because they're not always necessarily excited about what you have to teach them in a classroom. But when they can see pictures of people that they've helped and projects that they've helped to fund, then they get excited about learning more about other places. That's a huge benefit, because the more ways you can engage kids, the better off you are, and the more they'll learn.
One of the projects that I've participated in was we built a recreational center for children in Moldova. It was really great because we started a correspondence with the children who were provided the service. So we got letters and pictures, and they're just so cute, and it's so fun to see the little kids of Moldova.
I think this is a great way for our students to become aware of the developing world and be able to get a sense of doing something, as our motto says, making a difference one village at a time.
When Scott Wilhelm served in central El Salvador, a volcanic eruption devastated his village. Landslides destroyed many houses and ruined crops. Scott and his host country counterpart requested assistance from Peace Corps Partnership. Scott's community in the suburbs of Chicago raised money to plant fruit trees.
We were planning on doing this project before the eruption took place, and now post-eruption, it's even more important that this project goes well, because the people are in a more challenging situation. So in terms of income generation, in terms of crop diversification, a lot of people lost crops, and they lost their entire harvest for a year. And so this is a way for them to try and replace what has been taken from them. I definitely think I've opened the eyes of some of my friends and family back home to what it's like to be in a small village in El Salvador. And the amount of money they might spend on lunch or a dinner with friends went on to buy 485 trees, and 25 families were involved in this project.
Mayormente cuando miremos la plantación y todo eso, que ya esté produciendo, todo eso. Muchos beneficios para la comunidad, va. El día de mañana, de todo, de lo que ha logrado la comunidad referente a la ayuda que nos han venido acá.
Many partnership donations come from returned Peace Corps volunteer groups. A group from Madison, Wisconsin creates a yearly calendar with photographs that depict Peace Corps life. Proceeds from the sale of these calendars support partnership projects and promote the efforts of the Peace Corps.
Well, the thing about Peace Corps partnerships is that it brings the world to Madison, Wisconsin, because we see all the projects that the Peace Corps volunteers are doing in other parts of the world. And when we fund those projects, then we get photos and thank you notes and project proposals from the people that we've donated the money to, so we get to see what is happening in those Peace Corps countries.
Peace Corps Partnership keeps us actively involved with the Peace Corps. Specifically, that keeps us in touch with what's going on in the field, and that is exciting. People are experiencing the same things that we once experienced, and it's kind of a fun thing to still keep that alive.
Besides schools, community groups, and returned Peace Corps volunteers, donations come from corporations and foundations. Frank Fountain, a senior vice president for Chrysler and a returned volunteer, knows firsthand the importance these small grants can make.
I see a relatively small investment being stretched around the globe in many different projects that volunteers are engaged in, whether it's health, food production, irrigation, clean water. Through those volunteers, the Chrysler Foundation is making a difference in all of these places where volunteers are working and building and constructing and enhancing society.
Since 1964, the Peace Corps Partnership Program has assisted in most places volunteers have served. The program displays Americans' willingness to bridge the gap between cultures and to help communities towards self-sufficiency.
I think it's important to learn about other cultures in the world because we need to learn how other people are living, and it makes me feel grateful for what I have.
The Peace Corps is one of the greatest things I've ever done, and this was a way to help the Peace Corps even though I'm living in Hamilton, Montana.
It was a really special moment when I knew that the people in my village had a connection to the people in my hometown. And the people in my hometown cared about them enough to raise this money and hopefully promote their health or their literacy in some way or another.
The more people know about other countries, the less misinformation they get. When you take away the mystery, you take away the fear. And this partnership program, I think, brings people together across those lines because they've exposed now this little village to our village in a way that would never have happened before.
Many communities around the world are in need of support. Your investment to any of our partnership projects can help in building world peace and friendship. Contact us for more information on how you can be a part of the Peace Corps Partnership Program.